Hello you guys, welcome to Vic's Tarot Guidance. Welcome if you're new and welcome if you're returning to this channel. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and if any of you are here interested in booking personal tarot readings with me, all the information about that can be found in the description box below this video and also in the pinned comment below this video. So today we are going to be looking at a general tarot reading about what do they think of you. So what does either your person or someone else who is on your mind think about you right now. We have three groups to choose from over here. We have three pre-picked groups over here as well with some oracle cards, and we are also going to be getting some tarot before in the beginning of each group. What I want to say here is you can pick multiple groups for different people. You can also just pick one group for one person, another group for another person if that's something that you resonate with. All the timestamps for each specific group are listed in the description box and also in the pinned comment below. If you already know which group is yours, if a group is already sort of popping out to you or drawing your attention, that's the group for you. So you can just scroll down below and go to your group. And now just let's look at each of the individual groups more close up. So we have group number 1 here with rose quartz. Then we have group number 2 here with the hematite crystal. And here we have group number 3 with the aventurine crystal. Beautiful green aventurine here for group number 3. So make your choice, do your little magic. You can pause the video right now if you feel like you need a little bit more time picking your group. As said, you can pick different groups for different people. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever you're finding this or returning to this video, it's the perfect time to align with the messages found here. So I'll let you do your little magic, scroll down below to go to your timestamp, and I'll see everyone in your chosen groups. Hello, beautiful group number 1. If you picked the rose quartz today for your reading, this is going to be your reading into what do they think of you. So whoever it is that you're thinking of, whether it's your special person or whether it's someone else that you have in mind, let's see what they think of you. We're going to be using some tarot first, and then we're going to see what the oracle decks have to say. So let's see, Spirit, please, for group number 1, what does their person, what do they think of them? Okay, we have victory coming through right at the top. I feel like your person thinks of you as someone who is very, very successful, someone who has things under control, someone who is very sort of abundant, very like luxurious type of person here. I feel like this person thinks that you like to be in the center of attention, or at least that you are usually found to be in the center of attention. Whenever this person is around you, they really feel like you are a special type of beacon of joy, is something that's coming through very strongly. You're someone who feels very passionately towards what you're doing, what you're saying, and I feel like you are someone who is just overall very good at what you do, very good at your field of study or whatever it is that you are good at, whatever your skill is. It's very, very good from your person's perspective here. So let's see what else wants to come through now. What else? Very successful, always on the go is also what's coming through here. You're someone who is very active, someone who seems like they have a lot of energy. Let's see what else. Group number 1. Wow. Okay, group number 1. Okay, your person also feels like you are a little bit detached, or that you keep walls up, that you're sort of very hard to get to or get to know. It feels like you're quite defensive about yourself or about certain things that you do in life. Or at least it's very hard to get close to the real you. It feels like, you're very good when it comes to just networking, for example, with other people here with the 6 of wands. But then when it comes to just getting to you more closely, it's hard to get to you. It's hard to, get to the gist, the close core of you here. And your person feels like they have to do a lot of work to get some intimacy going here, to get, just get that intimate connection going with you, basically, is what they have to really work hard at. They feel like you're a very fascinating person for this person that you're asking about from the outside. Like, they like to look at you from the outside and they like to see what you are up to, but at the same time they feel like they can't really get to you too closely. Like, you have walls up, whether it's, you know, real or at least it's energetic walls that they are feeling into. What they're getting here at is that, yeah, it's difficult to just get into a more intimate relation with you, because this person doesn't really know how to, you know, navigate you and how to navigate your personality. I feel like for some of you, your person might even be a little bit intimidated by you. Maybe they have really put you on a pedestal here with the Six of Wands, and they really think super highly of you, while at the same time that's sort of diminishing their own value and they're not thinking as highly of themselves, which is why maybe there is just this blockage also coming from your person's, or the person that you're asking about's perspective about you here, that, you know, you're very hard to get to know because they have put you on a pedestal and so they cannot reach you energetically. So let's see what else here. Group number one, what else? What do they think of you here? Okay, they really like to work with you, I'm getting. Oh my god, I cannot pick this card up. The Three of Pentacles. I feel like this person likes to see you at a workplace. I'm getting just overall really strong energy of this person really valuing who you are and what you do in terms of a career or in terms of work. I feel like I'm hearing the words diligent. So you're very diligent, very responsible, persistent. You're someone who is also a very good communicator from your person's perspective. I feel like you're very good at having meetings, or just that overall energy of meetings is definitely present here. Yeah, and I feel like your person thinks of you as someone who is a good leader overall, you know, someone who likes to have their eyes on you, and you're very good at what you do, while, you know, you're very good at sort of getting people to do and complete different tasks, almost like a manager would. While that also makes it difficult, it's sort of creating a separation from you and other people. At least this is what your person feels today. I feel like there's a separation here, that you are sort of upholding a certain separation from others as well. Is what's coming through here, but they really, really admire your work ethic. I do have to say that, or whatever it is that you do, whatever, you know, your excellence is. It can also be love. It can also be, you know, giving good hugs. Whatever your excellence is here, this person is like, oh my God, they're super good at what they do. You know, that's what's coming through here. Then we have here also just the the 9. I don't know what's wrong with me with saying wrong numbers today. 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is an energy of someone who is very abundant, someone who has things figured out. You feel like someone who is on the roll, almost like with what you do. So sort of being like on the roll, on the go, really doing it, really owning it, being good at this, and sort of rolling with it, going with it. And just accumulating wealth, accumulating happiness. This person sees you as an overall very happy person. They see you overall as very open. That's interesting. They see you as very open, but at the same time, they feel like you are close to get, like, I don't know, just difficult to get close to. You're open about the things that you share, but at the same time, it feels like there is more to you. You know, it feels like there is more to your emotional expression, what you do, what you share, and what you don't share from your person's perspective here. Like they feel it in your energy, that there is more, that there is a certain depth to you that this person is not tapping into just yet, but they're super curious about it nonetheless. They're very, very curious about what it is that you're holding within yourself. and you're not letting other people know, while at the same time being so super sort of inviting, loving towards others, and being sort of like chipper, very good communicator, very good at talking towards, talking with others, very sort of open emotionally as well concerning things. But there is so much more to you, this person feels like there is a certain dimensional quality, certain layers that this person feels are there, but they have not uncovered yet. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom here, and this is just letting me know again that yes, you are seen as someone who is deeply hardworking, very persistent, diligent, hard worker, someone who has a lot of patience as well, someone who has a lot of patience to carry on difficult and hard projects very meticulously, and sort of someone who is also quite stubborn at not letting things go, someone who is persistent and carries things on. So let's see now what these cards have to say to us. So we have risk. All right, so your person feels like you are the type of person who likes to take risks and different chances as opposed to playing it safe. This person feels like you also value possibilities, like you value different possibilities, new things happening to you. To be in a situation where there is a possibility of something bad happening, uncertainty about the effect, implications of an activity in which an undesirable consequence could result, is also present here. So there's a certain type of excitement, almost like a rush of adrenaline that fills you up when there is an uncertain type of energy about things. But you sort of feel like you enjoy that. This person feels like you enjoy that. But also, when there is a possibility of something good happening, such as a reward. So that possibility of something bad and something good happening is something that this person feels like you really enjoy. You are seen as a risk taker from this person's perspective. You are seen as someone who sort of gets adrenaline rushes from taking risks. Okay, so then we have empathy. Okay, so your person also feels like you have deep empathy, the ability to take on the perspective of another and to therefore understand them and feel what they feel. Being able to put yourself in other people's place as if you were them. So also this person feels that you have like the vicarious experiencing of the feelings, thoughts, or attitudes of another person or other people or other beings even. This can also apply to animals, plants, for example, Mother Earth, planets, whatever it is that you can feel into. You almost have like a very psychic sort of energy of being able to feel into other people's energies. Then the next thing here, we have generosity. So a person feels like you're very generous. You like to give to others and to show a readiness to give more to others than is necessary or expected sometimes, with an attitude of openness, abundance, plenty, and kindness. So very, very beautiful. Then next we have contribution, to put forth and give your energy in order to be a part of bringing things about, to being a part of something bigger playing out there. That's that energy of here community and almost like doing things together in a workplace. There is a big energy of contribution there, and to share this creation achievement with other people. Even though you might be someone who is leading this change, you are someone who is also in the energy of like contributing and sharing this with others. You like to do that. You like this, like to share your abundance with others. It's what's coming through. And this person also sees you as someone who is going to make a lasting contribution to the world. So yeah, definitely they feel like, they see you from a very high regard. Like this person really admires you. Okay, next thing, we have attractiveness. They feel like you're super duper attractive. To be attractive to others especially, but not limited to being physically attractive, all right? So that's important to point out here. Attractiveness here in this group, it's not just physical attractiveness, although it is physical attractiveness also, but it's also, so, it's also an energy that's sort of arousing interest in others, and that other people are finding sort of alluring about you, pleasing, appealing, and desirable, which can also apply to your just traits, the way that your personality is the way that you talk to other people, the way that you connect to other people is very, very attractive. So there's something very alluring about you here from this person's perspective. And next we have wealth. Interesting. So this person sees you as very wealthy, or at least someone who has a lot of abundance going on for them here with the Nine of Cups. That was also the energy that I was picking up. So to have an abundance of valuable material possessions, money, or resources. So your person feels like you do not budget and not have to worry about money or resources. And this person also thinks like you are someone who is experiencing prosperity and plentiful supply and at all times here with wealth. Okay, so like this person feels like you are so many things, you are everything, you are super duper wonderful, with all of this coming through here, just, you know, like an abundant type of being. All right, so let's see what wants to come through next. Next we have here this divine alchemy. What is the called? The Wild Unknown Alchemy deck oracle. So we have the sap of the moon plant coming through for you. This card, this one basically represents a nocturnal being. So I feel like with this card coming through, your person thinks like you are someone who is a very nocturnal person, who is like a night owl, for example. You like to do things at night, or that's when you are most active. And this card also represents like the sacred water of the unconscious and also the divine feminine energy. All right, so very interesting card. This is like the ancient substance said to be born of water, plant, and moonlight. And, you know, it's something that reminds us that the alchemical magic, it is all about dreams and dreaming things into reality. So what your person feels like here is that you are someone who navigates things through your intuition. You're someone who, you know, you feel like you're intellectual, yes, but you're someone who is more into focusing on things from your intuition first and working through that, and then using your intellect to sort of support your intuition. So basically what you do, the way that you work, is to rest, restore, and awaken your celestial senses. And I feel like your person does see like you pause a lot, or you know, you sort of take that time to release yourself to the unconscious or the unknown, and then through that gain wisdom, and through that, you know, align with intelligence and find your solutions, or find what needs to be said or done here. You know, you're also someone who likes to dream big. It is what is coming through here. You're someone who is also quite mystical, this person feels like, because the sap of the moon plant here is said to be linked to the pineal gland and can be increased by the practice of meditation. Sitting for a few moments in the evening is especially beneficial with this energy coming through. So what your person feels like is that you are someone who meditates, you're someone who is a spiritual person. And yeah, you're someone who maybe even be keeping a dream journal from their perspective. That's just how they view you here. So they view you as someone who is very spiritual, someone who is meditating, someone who likes to meditate, someone who likes to maybe dive into the occult, or someone who just likes to do shadow work in general, or does these things because it feels good to you. There is that certain energy of mysticism that sort of governs you or is around you often as well. So let's see now the moon. The moon is represented by mystery, receptivity, and intuition. All right, so the moon here represents the mother of all mysteries. Yes, once a month it slips into the full spotlight and then quietly disappears, only to initiate the cycle again. And I feel like this is how your person sees you, as someone who dives or works in cycles, someone who needs time alone to rest and recharge, but then to arrive again and be seen as someone who is, you know, in the center of activity, someone who is there to shine, and someone who is like in the spotlight, while at the same time then you sort of go back into retreating into yourself, into diving deeper into your own self here. This person also sees you, even though you might be someone who is a very good communicator and sort of business-like in character, they see you as someone who is a very good listener. You know, you're someone who is sort of navigated by the yin principle. At least what I'm seeing here from these energies, it's a feminine quality that you have, that you represent very, very beautifully. And it's one of listening rather than speaking. This card here, the moon, can also indicate a time of rest and restoration, which is what I was telling you before as well, or that a new depth of spiritual experiences calls towards you. And this is also what your person is linking with you, this depthness of spirituality. Also, dreams again and memories can be especially valid or vivid in this group. What else? I feel like your person also sees you as someone who is very patient, a very patient person, someone who is very fluent in like symbols, or for example, someone who is very good when it comes to abstract thinking, someone who is very good when it comes to maybe even philosophy, someone who is very good at reading archetypes or symbolisms and interpreting symbols into meaning. That's what it feels like here also. You feel like you're someone who has a very soothing effect on this person, someone who is like cooling and soothing effect on their psyche. Okay, so you also bring like a sense of ease and stillness to your own surroundings, and like an ease, a playfulness even to your own surroundings here. Yeah, very interesting energy, definitely. We have risk here still, but there is such a spiritual energy that surrounds you. It's quite fascinating. All right, so let's now look at these two cards from, what is this deck called? This is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. So we have the Well Watcher, wisdom power of the divine. Yeah, you're someone who dives deep, someone who looks at the situation very, very deeply, someone who likes to dive into the subconscious. Quite frequently, you do seem like you're the type of person who meditates. You're maybe even the type of person who has done some shamanic meditations here. From your person's perspective, you are someone who is seen as having a lot of wisdom. It feels like you're the type of person they feel they can come to for support and for guidance, or at least that you always have something wise to say to them about whatever it is that they're going through, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever happens, any type of circumstance that you're dealing with or that your person here is dealing with. You always have something very wise or very like divine to say to them, something to let them know where they are at in a very like abstract but also a very straightforward manner. Like you can talk through symbols, you can talk through poetry to people, while at the same time letting them know in a very straightforward way through that what it is that they should be doing or what it is that their message is. Then we have the River Queen, aligning strongly with these energies. We have flow, letting go, natural movement. Interesting. So yeah, with the River Queen, I'm getting definitely, that energy of attraction again. They feel like you're a very watery person. You're someone who is in contact with your emotions, but just that you don't talk about them too much, which is giving you like that closed up energy. At the same time, you're so good at just going with the flow, letting go, and sort of following or aligning with your natural movement. It's so interesting that you have this energy while at the same time you are expressing like masculine traits such as the elements of leadership or being in the spotlight and guiding others, but you do this still from a very feminine perspective, or from a very feminine quality is what's coming through here, and from an energy of releasement, allowing others to speak to you, allowing others to connect to you, and you sort of take in their energy as your own with that empathy that we had here, and you sort of contribute to their energy with your beautiful generosity and this contribution. But also, it's all feels like also your beauty is something that makes people really attentive to you. So your beauty, your attractiveness, your alluring energy is what makes people connect to you deep. Okay, so now let's see, Milk and Honey. Next card, you just are seen as someone who is very abundant, someone who is very sweet, very nice, very cute. You are like, again, as said, like a beacon of joy to people. What else here? Yeah, you're very luxurious, something that feels good, something that sort of warms you up from the inside. You're that type of person to this person. You're someone they really enjoy being in close contact with. You just fill them with light. Whenever you're with them, you make them feel good. You make them feel really, really good. You make them feel secure, safe, cuddled, warm. You know, you make them feel like they are in a warm, fuzzy blanket. Even here, we have poised. Interesting. So yeah, you're a very poised person. Yeah, like with this card, what's coming through is also like your creativity. Like you're very poised, but super creative as well. But creative in a very gentle manner, creative in a very fluid fashion. Again, you're not someone who is going to be in anybody's face, you know, with your things or with what you have to say. I feel like you do tend to speak silently, but still people do listen to you. People listen to your guidance, people listen to your opinion. It feels like you have important things to say often. Or at least so it feels to people like you have important things to say, like you share very strong, important wisdom. Or, you know, also from this person's perspective, it feels like you share a strong, important wisdom. Okay, last two cards here. We have the 12th house. 12th house here. And we have Eros. Interesting. So love. Love, love, love. Beautiful. With the 12th house, we have the energy of Neptune, water, and the energy that is emotional. So someone who is diving deep. With the 12th house here, I'm getting like you tend to have sort of like crisis moments often, or the energy when you are diving very deep within your own self, which then results to, you know, tower moments, things ending, you coming to new insights. So it's often almost like, you know, you have a lot of like this strong wish almost to do shadow work, or this strong urge to do shadow work often is what's coming through here. It's almost like, you know, you're someone who thrives on this type of activity, to really go into yourself very, very deeply and sort of be your own undoing through this, you know, facilitate your own death and rebirth situation. Almost like growing and rebirthing yourself over and over again is something that's very close to your own nature. And this element of sort of these cycles of death and rebirth are something that's very close to your nature here, is what's coming through. Yeah, I feel like with the 12th house, it's also the energy of maybe you find it difficult sometimes to ask for support when you're going through difficult times. It's what this person is feeling like. I feel like this person would be very happy if you were to come to them for support more often, because they do notice sometimes that you are going through a certain crisis or are going through something difficult on your own, but you're like very strong when it comes to all of this and you can handle it. But just this person feels like they would be very happy if you could come to them for any type of support, and they would be very happy to provide you with the support and, you know, just to be there for you in terms of just crises or difficult times. So now let's look at Eros here. Eros is the lover. So what this person also sees you as is the lover, the person who is, you know, loving others, who is very romantic. They see you as someone who is who likes to follow their own desire, who is like very erotic in a sense, or likes to be very erotic in the bed. So I feel like your person does have sexual fantasies about you when it comes to bed, and any type of there's just romantic desires towards you. There is an energy of you being very passionate. Yeah, I feel like, you know, saying more would turn this into an 18 plus reading. But yeah, you're someone who this person feels like is very good when it comes to sex. I feel like you are someone who could show this person a really good time, or that's at least what they're thinking of you. So sex, love, and blending of energies is something that's very connected to you from your person's perspective. They see you as someone who is very, very attractive as well, and someone who likes to look deep inside yourself and find your passion as well. So you're someone who likes to live out of that passion for life. And that's also something that translates into your relationships here. So yeah, I feel like your person sees you as someone who is into living your dreams and sort of really realizing your dreams in this lifetime. Yes, they also see you as someone super beautiful, and they have a lot of desire for you, just to say the least. You know, you're very attractive. Like, we have attraction there, we have eros, we have this milk and honey, which is just this energy of feeling super loved with you. So yeah, that's all I have for you, my beautiful group number 1. This was indeed a very joyful, beautiful reading. So thank you so much for sharing your energy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And also, if you're looking to booking a personal tarot reading with me, all the information about it can be found in the description box below this video and also in the pinned comment below. So I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and looking forward to connecting with you soon in another video. Bye! Mwah. Hello, group number 2. So if you picked the Hematite crystal today for your reading, this is going to be your reading into what do they think of you. So we're going to be starting off with the tarot, and then we're going to be looking at into these oracle cards that were pre-shuffled and pre-picked for you. So let's see, for group number 2 today, Spirit, please, what does their person, or what do fill in the blank think about them? What does fill in the blank here think about group number 2? So what does this person that they have in mind think about them? Okay, we have the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles. Interesting. Wow. Interesting dynamic here. So your person thinks that you are highly intuitive. You are someone who is highly learned. Wow. Okay, this is a strong, super strong energy. You know, I just have to show these two together. Like, this is someone who is like a highly learned intellectual witch, or highly learned intellectual priestess, sorcerer, you know, shift the genders and the pronouns as you see fit. But, you know, you are someone who is so good at what you do. It's almost like mind-blowing. It's almost like, how did you create that? It feels like you have a strong sense of excellence about you, like what you do, where you get your ideas, where you get your intuition, and the way that you carry that out in the physical world. It's got like a special type of excellence to it. This excellence is almost like mind-blowing to your person. They feel like you have some special magical power that you end up doing all of these things that you do, but you end up doing them. And I feel like your person is just in wonder of your ability to get things done in the physical, while at the same time you have this strong connection to the spiritual realm and to the occult. And just you have this strong ability, I feel like, to translate that energy from spirituality and the occult into something practical, into something that can be grasped by other people who are not so into spirituality or so into the occult things, mystical things, and so on. And you tend to have like very practical approach towards other people when you talk to them, when you help them, or just your level of things that you do, that you contribute to the world. It's got a very strong like practical output. And yeah, just your person is like in awe of you, to be quite honest. They're like, oh my god, how is this even possible? How can they have this knowledge? How can they be such a beautiful, like, let's say, contradiction, the spiritual and the physical here, while at the same time they make this work so beautifully together. Like, there's such a beautiful conjunction, such a beautiful marriage between these two energies here. It's almost like, you know, it's like a priestess that's intellectual, that's so good and so eloquent, and just wow. You know, you're very bookish, while at the same time you're so gentle and very serene, and sort of you have that femininity, of spirituality going on for you, but at the same time you're super practical and super down to earth and very grounded in the earth as well. And your person is just like, wow, they are such a beautiful blend of these two energies. It's uncanny to me right now. Okay, so let's see what else. So what else for group number 2 here? We have the Two of Swords. So I feel like your person thinks like you're a little bit closed off at times, especially when it comes to you sharing your emotions and communicating about your emotions. It feels like you're a little bit closed off to that at times here with the Two of Swords coming through. Just yeah, like you are super good at what you do, but when it comes to just talking to you in a very like in a deep emotional level, or having like connecting to you emotionally, that's not just you being like, you know, having this figured out. I feel like your person misses or wants to connect to you in a more raw emotional sense, while you are more like connecting to your emotions in a more mystical sense or in a more enlightened sense. But what your person wants here is they want to connect to you in a raw, almost like raw emotionality. Let's scream, let's shout, let's cry, let's, you know, let's be in the grips of our emotions, which is not really your deal here, however, because you're more into just being enlightened and aware of that, aware of your emotionality, and you know, you express it. You're very expressive and very intimate, I feel like, when it comes to your emotions, and very grounded about that, but you're not the type of person who is going to, you know, fall into the grip of your emotions here. And this is why maybe your person feels like you are a little bit closed off. So let's see what else. For group number 2, what do they think of them? Please, Spirit, what do they think of group number 2 here? What do they think of them? Okay. So we have the Queen of Cups reversed, and we have the Five of Wands. Okay, interesting. Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like this person senses that there is some type of a mismatch between, like, inside of your internal world. They feel like they want to rouse you out of your gentleness, or rouse you out of your way of not responding or not being responsive, is what's coming through here. It feels like you're very receptive, almost like, okay, you're taking that and you're sort of letting it go. You're being all like, oh well, oh well, oh well, that's okay, that's coming, that's going. I'm just looking at the other cards, what we have here, and I'm finding it interesting. Okay, so yeah, and they're like, okay, but you know, I feel like there's something, I feel like this person wants to maybe even project something onto you and to create some type of tension between you two here. But what they think about you is that you are someone who is very playful with the Five of Wands, but you're also someone who is sometimes a little bit like agitated, like there is a sense of agitation about you, there something is not well, or something is a little bit like you know, almost like type of feeling, like something is something doesn't quite fit or doesn't quite match. Like there is a restlessness. Yeah, that's the good word. There is a restlessness within you, almost like a restless spirit wanting to do something, wanting to create something, while sometimes you don't really know what to do or where to go. But there is this type of unrest within you that your person is feeling into you. So yeah, they feel like you're a restless type of person, to be quite honest. We have the Ten of Cups on the bottom here. So with this one, it feels like your person, you know, they feel like they want something with you, to be quite honest here. They might even want a type of an emotional connection with you. They want to develop something with you, but they don't maybe see like it's possible right now. Where you are at right now, where they are at right now, they don't feel like it's possible, but they see you as someone they might want to spend their lives with here. To be honest, with the Ten of Cups being here, with this couple, with the children playing, it feels like it's that type of energy. But this is also not that type of reading. So, okay, let's see what else, Spirit. Let's see what these cards have to say. Let's go through them. So we have variety coming through. What do they think of you? They think you are someone who likes to have variety in your life, like to do different things and to experience different things. This person thinks you like to have novelty, change, and surprise be a part of your life as well. You don't like something that's like a routine, something that's uniform, monotonous, always the same. You like to have different things going on for you at the same time. Your person also thinks you're very passionate, so we have passion. Next here, you have a strong and deep feelings towards things that you do. Here, you're very strong, passionate about what you do, very passionate about subjects, ideas, people, and different experiences as well. Like, I can super relate to that. You're someone who is, from this person's point of view, also deeply guided by your passion, by those strong positive and negative feelings, which might be creating some of this restlessness energy within you. And you're someone, from this person's perspective, who lives their life, makes choices according to what you are truly passionate about, with passion here. So next we have dignity, okay? Your person sees like you're a very dignified person. You are someone who is or acts in a way that is worthy of honor or respect from this person's perspective. You have very noble, regal, composed, or serious manner of style. Definitely resonates with this one. Definitely resonates with this one when it comes to, you not being so open with your raw emotionality. You're someone who sort of acts or sort of carries yourself with an act of pride or a sense of pride in yourself. There is a great sense of self-respect when it comes to the way that you carry yourself from this person's perspective, to have an appreciation of the formality or gravity of an occasion or situation is also something that you have. And you're someone who maintains your right to be valued and respected for your own sake and to be treated ethically. Okay, so you're someone who's very dignified. We have patience next. So you're someone who's also very patient. You're someone who really accepts and tolerates delays, for example, tolerates trouble and timing that is outside of your control. You're someone who's very good at just bearing a provocation, annoyance. I feel like this person is good at provoking you, or they want to provoke you in some manner. They want to get you riled up. Maybe this is something that's, their own issue here, but they definitely want to just initiate some type of connection with you. Here is what's coming through. So you're someone who they see as very patient, so someone who bears misfortune or pain without growing too restless or annoyed, complaining, losing your temper, growing irritated, or the like. Patience. We also have community here and luxury lastly. So with community, what's coming through is you are someone who deeply values community from this person's perspective. You are seen as someone who is committed to the cohesiveness of a group of people with commonalities. Okay, so a group in which myself and all others in the group feel that we matter to one another, and to the group that we have fellowship and belonging, and that we share the faith that each member's needs will be met through our commitment to be and to stay together. So yeah, community, being together, sharing your space with another person, taking care of other people while accepting the care from others as well. And next we have luxury. So the person sees you as someone very luxurious, someone who lives in great comfort and extravagance. So you are seen as someone who likes the finer things in life, such as delicacies, elegance. You're someone who's very refined from this person's perspective as well. Yeah, and you are seen as someone who has a lot of abundance or just great ease and comfort in your life. Yes, so a very luxurious environment is what this person feels like you are in or live in or really, really like. Okay, next we have the alchemy cards. So these two cards are from the Wild Unknown Alchemy. I always have to check what this deck is called. So the Wild Unknown Alchemy here. Let's see what it wants to say. We have Iron coming through first of all. The first card, Iron, this one is about magnetism, reliability, and it's governed by Mars. So it's strong like masculine energy is what's coming through here. I feel like your person sees you as a reliable person because iron is a very reliable metal that can withstand great pressure. So it feels like you're someone who is reliable, but also you're someone who can withstand like really great pressure from other people. We have that here with dignity, with patience, you know. You're someone who withstands a lot of things. You're also someone who sort of mixes well with other people, like with that variety. You're someone who is very open. You have a strong openness. You on a scale of the big five, you know, if you know of that psychological text, you're someone who is very high in openness. You can Google that if you don't know what it is. So iron here is also associated with the planet Mars and shares its qualities of being strong, assertive, and potentially also a little bit warlike, which is how your person sees you. Even though they see you as someone who is not, you know, necessarily restless too much, or sometimes you do possess like that fighty spirit. Sometimes you do come through as quite restless when something is not aligning with how you feel things should be, for example. Yeah, and you're seen as very reliable, already said that, I think. What else? There is a deep magnetism that is here with you. You know, you sort of attract people to you. Or there is something that pulls other people towards you, something towards you that's very steady and very true. You know, very steady, very true here with the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Yes, you're someone who is very, very structured as well. Someone who likes to have structure in your lives from this person's perspective. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting energy. I'm sorry, I'm just contemplating a bit. So let's carry on. Let's see now. Next here we have the against nature energy, which is again a little bit of a feisty energy. This one is about willfulness and the force or control. Okay, so I'm just going to describe this card a little bit to you. So on some level with this against nature, we all know that when we are going against nature, when we all know when we are going against nature. Point. Okay, we recognize it in feelings of impatience and agitation that arise when trying to force certain outcomes. So the contra nature card arrives to remind the alchemist in this deck that they cannot control the uncontrollable. Nature has its way of enveloping us in a wild narrative that we can collaborate in but not dictate. Okay, so with this card coming through, what I'm feeling is that your person feels like sometimes you experience difficulty in letting go of what you want to accomplish or what it is that you're really wanting. So you're seen as someone who is quite stubborn with things that you like really want. For example, if you feel like there is a certain idea that you're very passionate about, that you really want to fulfill or have happen, you're someone who is going to go against nature for that. You're going to go against everything that's calling you in a different direction. You know, you're just going to sort of persist on your track. You're someone who's very stubborn when it comes to certain things that you want to carry through because you have so much passion to do that and to carry that out. You know, you sometimes have difficulty flowing with these things. Okay, this is why these cards are here. I'm getting it now a little bit better. You have a difficulty when it comes to just flowing with the mother nature or with destiny, because sometimes you really want to sort of control the outcome very strongly. You have trouble sometimes loosening the grip of what you think life should look like, and you know, if you do that, your person feels like a whole new realm of possibilities might awaken for you. So they feel like you're sometimes too stubborn, too iron-like, too structured in what you think is good, what you want here with passion, what you want to fulfill or what you want to carry through or what you even want to see. You know, you're so let's say attached to it or so drawn to that, or almost like, you know, it's difficult to just pull you away from that and just trust in the outcome. Trust that what will happen, and it's for the best of everyone involved. You know, to be radically open to what nature has in store for you. This is what your person, I feel like, is also calling you towards, something that they want here for you to learn. Like it's almost like a lesson that they are offering to you, to be more open and to not go against nature too much, to be more mindful, for example, as well. So yeah, that's what's coming through. Yeah, it's also remember to just remember to the concept of what resists persists here. So sometimes you are resisting just for the sake of resisting here, it feels like, for this person. So yeah, someone super stubborn. Again, it might be something that they're projecting onto you here as well. You know, this stubbornness is something that you both share, and they're just sort of like projecting that onto you so that they can resolve it for themselves as well. That's just for some of you there. So next we have here the dream walker, dreams, the collective good and illusions. So this is a callback to your spirituality. Your person feels like you are someone who might be very good lucid dreamer. Okay. They're thinking that you are someone who is spiritual, practically, again, someone who likes to dissolve illusions, but someone who also sometimes speaks in ways that are contributing to illusions. You're someone who is overall focused on the collective good, so doing good for the community, not just for the community, you know, for your family, but also the community at large, which doesn't mean just your country, but also like the world in general and the universe in general. So it feels like you do take the universe as a part of yourself here, and you try to do good by everyone and everything involved around you. So there's that energy of like enlightenment again present here. Next we have the Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention and detachment. Yeah, this is the contra nature and the Two of Swords energy. Like you are sometimes so, and passion, you're sometimes so focused and so drawn to just carrying through what it is that you want to carry on through your legacy, or whatever you feel like is important to you. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, your project or whatever it is, you are like so focused on that, you tend to detach and separate yourself from other people, even though that's something that you're very called to do and something that you're very good at, something that you like to do, something that is your value. Your value is also here to just follow your excellence and to just hit that mark, go for the stars. You know, you're very ambitious here, it feels like, from your person's perspective. You have a lot of intention and sort of carrying that through. You're someone who really wants to shoot for the stars and go for what it is that you're wanting, while also sometimes detaching from others here. Okay. Wow, next we have Yang energy. Yeah, Yang, the divine masculine energy here. Someone who is good with boundaries is what's coming through here, but also someone who is very, you know, good at carrying things through, having that divine masculine mindset and being very grounded and sort of just very structured and sort of like iron-like when it comes to carrying things through. You're someone who tends to be like a little bit playful, like very like strong in your beliefs as well, very resilient here also is what's coming through. Next we have imagine. You're someone who has a lot of imagination. Yeah, like your person sees that you're someone who is dreaming big all the time. You are someone who is reaching for the stars, for the moon, for the planets, and for something that's even outside of the solar system. They see you as someone who is really going to do big things in this world. They see you as someone very imaginative, very poetic in a sense. They see you also as someone who is very good when it comes to just the dream language. For example, the language of archetypes. For example, language of symbols. You're very good at interpreting those things and dealing with those messages. Messages that come in symbolisms, or messages that comes through archetypal energies. For example, you're very good when it comes to meditating for also here, and your person definitely feels like they think of you as a good lucid dreamer. I don't know where they got that information from, but I feel like they see you as someone who's a very good lucid dreamer, or someone who's a good dreamer, like in general, someone who dreams a lot, someone who connects with people through your dreams. And then we have next here, not for you. Nope. Okay, this one to me carries an important message that your person feels like they are not for you, or that you are not for them. Too good to be true is what's coming through here. We have the 10 of Cups here reversed, and not for you here. So I feel like your person feels like there's an incompatibility between you two. Like they see you as someone who's very attractive, but at the same time they see you as someone who is incompatible to them. Like, I'm going to leave you with that, but you know, there is a certain energy here that your person doesn't see themselves as highly as they might see you, for example, here. Or they feel like, you know, there's a sense of there's an energy between you two that sort of doesn't fit together very, very nicely, even though they are still very attracted to you. So there's just that sort of I want you, but you know, we are bad for each other type of energy that they're thinking about you. So let's see, Sagittarius. It's what's coming through here with the Arcana of Astrology. The Sagittarius energy, how they see you. They see you as someone who's very optimistic. This is again a little bit of like philosopher, but also someone shooting for the stars type of energy, and the energy that's just a little bit more masculine in its quality. So we have exploration, someone who is very knowledgeable, someone who is very committed to what they do, to your passionate pursuits. Definitely someone who is into religion and spirituality here with the High Priestess, yes. Someone who is always on a certain search for knowledge. They see you sometimes as a little bit irritable as well, but also as someone who has a big drive to understand everything around them. So your person sees you as someone who has a keen interest in things around you, someone who, you know, feels like they want to learn everything, someone who is also very adaptable. So that's interesting. Like they see you as someone who is very strong and strict about certain beliefs that you hold with that iron, but overall they see you as someone who is very open and very adaptable as well, with things that you're not so stubborn of. So some things you're very stubborn with, other things you're like, okay, let's do this, let's go there. You know, variety is something that's important to you. Being in a world that is dynamic and participating in a community that is dynamic is very, very important to you as well here. Okay, I feel like this person thinks that you maybe sometimes make too many commitments, or that you have too much variety going on for your life, which tends to be a little bit difficult to handle, and that sometimes you bite off more than you can chew, to be quite honest. That's what they think of you, like you're a little bit yeah, just a little bit, you know, too quick to dive into things without thinking too much about how your energy is going to align with all of that. So in that way they think you're a little bit irresponsible even. Okay, so let's see, Psyche is your last card here. Psyche is the energy of the goddess, and this one is about passion again. We have this connection just overall flowing through the reading here. We have strong passionate energy. We have the energy of someone who is very empathetic here as well. Someone who is very sensitive to others, so very sensitive soul. Someone who is very good at picking up different energies, with the High Priestess there also. Someone who is a psychic or has a psychic awareness here. So your person sees you as someone who is a psychic. Just take that in, you know. Take that in, even if you're like, what? They don't think that. Oh yes, they do, my dear. They think that. With the High Priestess here, with the King of Pentacles here, there is a certain occult nature that you carry with psychic. So psychic awareness in general, being like a little bit enlightened or enlightened even. For some of you, you know, you have that quality. You also have a lot of beauty and a lot of kindness that you have, that you carry. Whether it's, you know, in your eyes, the way that you look at you, you are someone who, like, you resonate beauty out into the world from this person's perspective. And you are overall someone who they see as very, very kind. Yes. Yeah, you are someone who has psychic abilities and are very sensitive to those around you, is what this person sees or feels about you. And you have like a special type of understanding of what goes on in our minds and our souls as well. Yeah, that's what's coming through here. You're very, like, you have a very empathetic side to you, also, that can connect to other people on a very deep emotional level. And your intuition is very heightened. You know, you have a very good high intuition. You can tap into other people very nicely, very easily. You almost have a gift of sensitivity that allows you to turn almost sometimes even the worst feelings into beauty and positivity, which is something that your person finds a little bit irritable at times, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, you're someone who leads by example, is what this person thinks. And you show that kindness can go a really long way. Kindness and being kind and accepting towards others. Yes, that's what's coming through here for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for connecting with me, for sharing your energy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're looking to booking a personal tarot reading with me, all the information about that can be found in the description box below this video. Make sure to check that out if you are interested. Other than that, just sending you so much love, so much light, and looking forward to connecting with you soon in another video. Bye. Mwah. Hello, group number 3, welcome to your reading. So if you picked this Aventurine crystal, this is going to be a reading for what do they think of you. So we have these pre-picked oracle cards over here. I'm just going to put it here, and we are going to be starting off this reading with just some tarot. First of all, so let's get into it. So Spirit, please, here for group number 3, we are asking the question, what do they think of group number 3? So what does group number 3's person or whoever is on group 3's mind here think of them? So let's see, what does group number 3's person think of them? What do they think of them? What do they think of group number 3 here? Spirit, please, what do they think of them? Oops. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands. You're a very quick moving person. They feel like you're always on the go. You're always having many different projects that you are a part of. You're always like go, 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 go. Also, you're someone who is very, very impulsive from this person's perspective. Someone who sometimes, you know, you tell something to and they're already like, okay, how do we make this happen? How do we make this manifest? You know, it's almost like a very hyperactive dog or someone like that they're like, oh my god, yes, okay, let's do it right now, let's go right now, you know. It's that type of energy, almost like a very hyperactive puppy type of energy, to be quite honest. It's a very cute energy, but this person is a little, that you're asking about here, they are a little bit more steadfast, they like to have a little bit more time to process things, and they see you as someone who is just very much like, okay, let's do it now. And they're like, oh my god, okay, that's too fast, let's just chill and take a few deep breaths and just think this through before we take any type of action. I was just sort of making this idea or suggestion here. But you know, whenever they feel like they mention something to you, you are already like, okay, sure, yeah, let's do this, let's go, you know. And they feel like it's sometimes a little bit a lot for them to take that. It almost feels like your person here is more of a cat personality, and they feel like you're a little bit more intense, so they feel like you're maybe more of a dog personality, you know. So let's see, we have the King of Wands here, interesting. So they see you as the King of Wands. They see you as someone who is very mature for your age, someone who is still a little bit, bossy is what's coming through with Aries. They're someone who is very inquisitive, very curious. Also someone who is, again, impulsive with that Wands energy, with that Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo energy, we have that sort of, okay, let's do it now. Let's have fun now. Let's carry this through right now. Your person also here thinks that you're a beautiful blend of divine masculine and divine feminine energies. I'm saying that because when I looked at this symbol before, it almost seemed like a yin-yang symbol. So even though it's not, it seemed like that to me. So that's why I'm telling you that. So you feel like you have beautiful feminine qualities, very receptive qualities, very sort of a good listening qualities as well. But at the same time, you're someone who is also very dominant, very action-oriented person is what's coming through. You're oriented towards the physical world. You are someone who is very much into spirituality, or like into learning things about the universe is what's coming through here. You're very inquisitive. You're also very mature. Even if you're a younger person, your person feels like you're a very mature person for your age. You make good decisions. They're saying, even though they are sometimes like too impulsive, you make good decisions. You are very passionate, they are saying here as well. You are someone who is very generous with the King of Wands is what's coming through as well here. And there's another thing that's coming through here, like you are very mature and very good and very passionate at what you do. They see like there is a strong passionate streak within you which allows you to go far very, very quickly. Another thing coming through here is that sometimes you can be a little bit like a chaotic person from this person's point of view. You seem like you don't have a structure. You seem like you don't have a routine, for example. That's something that this person might value. But you're just like, okay, let's do what we feel like doing today. Let's go all into this thing that we have been wanting to do, and let's dedicate our whole day to this, for example. And your person feels like, okay, what about the other parts of the day, such as, eating lunch at this hour, or, doing something else at another hour. And you're just like, no, I'm going to dedicate my whole day to this thing and sort of eat little meals or whenever I'm hungry in the meantime. So there is this like impulsivity, but also a lot of passion, a lot of energy and magnetism goes into one thing. It's like you can hyper focus very, very strongly as what's coming through here. You are someone who is also very good at deep work from your person's perspective is what they think. Like you can focus on a thing in a very dedicated way when you feel like you want to do that. You're not the type of person who can be forced into anything. Whenever you try to get forced into anything, or whenever someone makes a suggestion or tries to sort of schedule your day, you're like, no, that's not going to work. And if anything, it's going to just backfire on them. You're the type of person who's almost like, if someone tells you something to do something, or tells you about something that you're just going to do the reverse of that just to prove that they are wrong. It's that type of energy that's coming through here. So someone who is a little bit of a rebel, a little bit of a reformer, someone who does not just play by the beat of society or what society is doing. You beat to the sound of your own drum. So yeah, that's what your person is saying. Very independent as well here. Someone who's very authentic, someone who lives by their own wishes, desires, You're not swayed by people easily. You're not manipulated easily is also what's coming through. Like your person has a lot of respect for you, even though sometimes they feel like you're a little bit childish. But yeah, they have a lot of respect for you here. Definitely lots of respect. Okay, let's see what else. Group number 3. What do they think of group number 3? Please, Spirit, what does group number 3's person here think of group number 3? Okay, we have the Devil. Interesting. So they feel like Okay, with the devil, the Seven of Pentacles came through. Okay, I'm just going to take both of these because this is just hammering home my previous point. With the devil and the Seven of Pentacles here, I feel like your person thinks that slow and steady work is the devil for you. Following a routine is the devil's work for you. So it's something that you absolutely cannot do, to have a routine, to just follow and steadily progress at something day after day after day. You're not that type of person from this person's perspective. You're not the type of person who is going to just slowly, do things. You're very intense, is what this person is saying as well. You do very good things. However, with the Seven of Pentacles, they definitely recognize your efforts in what you do, but they are saying that you are very intense. Like, you are, from the people that they know, you are one of the most intense people that they know. And that's just because of how deeply and passionately and how almost narrow-mindedly you get to focus on things. And they're like, oh my God, this is just too much to handle. Like, I cannot handle this type of almost like pressure of passion from another person. It's like, it's a lot. It's so much. They get overwhelmed by you sometimes. We have Capricorn energy here also. So that's someone who is very much focused on their career. Your person sees you as someone who is focused on your career a lot. Someone who is like a go-getter. Someone who is also very determined. Someone who is very hardworking. But not hardworking in this sense, like structure. Having a structure, but you're someone who sort of dives deep, and then maybe you take a break and don't work for like a month, for example, on something that you're very passionate about, and then again you take like a few days when you hyper focus and do that and just focus on that more, almost like exclusively. What else here? With Capricorn, your person does see you as very focused. They respect you. Again, with the devil, even though it's an intense energy, it does carry a lot of respect. They also see you as sometimes maybe a little bit callous, for example. They see you as someone who is definitely also focused on success, and someone who does like power, or just the energy of passionate power is something that they sort of associate with you here. Yeah. They also might sometimes, just with this coming through, like your person might see you as someone who is under a lot of pressure to succeed. That's not going to be for all of you, but just for some of you, because there is that Capricornian energy here, it might be something that some of you resonate with. So yeah, you're someone who pushes hard, but also someone who is sort of laid back here. But this King of Wands, with this Eight of Wands, it's just like that laid back Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy that's just like, okay, let's chill out. Most of all this is just the Sagittarius energy being like, okay, that's good, let's just do it. Let's just forget about this and chill out for a little while. And something else that I wanted to mention before but forgot is that you have a lot of good luck. You have a lot of good luck is what this person is saying. Like, you have, even if you don't have a routine or something like that, you end up having so much good luck, like things almost fall into your lap when you are in this type of hyper focused mentality, and your person feels like they're a little bit jealous of that, to be quite honest. We have the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this is making me feel like you're also someone who is very, very intelligent. You're someone who is very logical. You are someone who is very good when it comes to expressing yourselves, very eloquent, very good with words. There is this energy of the Gemini here present as well. So someone who is quite witty, someone who is good with their own words, with their expression, someone who is a good judge of situations and a good judge of people here also is what's coming through. So interesting qualities here. All right, so let's look at these cards now. We're going to start off with some of the words. So what we have here, we have affirmation coming through. So your person sees you as someone who likes to or is good at receiving or giving affirmative, positive, and kind words as a way of receiving or expressing love. So words of affirmation might be your love language when it comes to this person's perception of you. you like to, from this person's perspective, be built up by others or to receive other people's approval, appreciation, and love through expressing that to you by saying it, by writing it, or communicating it to any other way. So such things such as compliments, praise, admiration, and expressions of gratitude are something that you highly value from this person's perspective. Okay, so affirmations. Next, which is interesting, we have vulnerability. So vulnerability, your person sees you as quite vulnerable, but also brave enough to show your weaknesses, to make yourself susceptible or vulnerable, or to expose yourself to the possibility of being criticized, attacked, or harmed, either physically or emotionally. Very interesting. So I feel like they highly value your bravery. They see you as someone who is very, very brave to be able to express your vulnerability in such a manner. They see you as someone who is also very self-determined. So they see you as someone who has control and power over your own choices and also your own life very strongly. So you have, from this person's perspective, like a very powerful personal power to make an informed decision in alignment with your own best interests or your own estimation of what is right and good here. So very self-determined person. That's definitely, resonates strongly with all of these. Then we have commitment. Yeah, you're deeply committed to what you do. So you are seen as someone who gives your full energy into things and puts yourself into things once you make a decision for them. So you live in almost like a state of dedication whenever you feel like it, right? And this includes making enduring and meaningful commitments. Yeah, meaningful commitments, but it's not something like a routine here with commitment. You know, you might make a commitment, but it's not like you are going to then, hustle at it every day. It's not like that is your person's perception of you. They see you as someone who is a little bit more chill, someone who goes with the energy of seasons a lot more easily, someone who is not going against nature. So if you feel tired or if you feel like not doing something, they see you as someone who is not going to do it, but someone who is still going to persevere and stick to what you want or what is important to you here. And lastly, we have gratitude here and adaptability. Okay, so a person sees you as someone who is able to really feel, to be in a state of, and to express appreciation and thankfulness. So you're someone who likes to affirm goodness towards others, someone who likes to also receive words of affirmation, again, from other people. So you like to express your appreciation or show appreciation for and to return kindness towards other people and also receive that in kind. So generosity and gratitude here. And lastly, we have adaptability. So this person sees you as very adaptable, as very open-minded. You have a lot of openness, to have the ability and the willingness to adapt to situations. So to be able to change, modify, alter, or adjust to new conditions or for an important purpose. So they see you as very flexible, very versatile, accommodating, and also able to change yourself, your ideas and your behavior quite easily to sort of adapt yourself to new situations or new possibilities. Okay, so these are the main words that came through for you. Let's now see what comes through here with the alchemy. So with the alchemy, interesting. Wow, we have Mercury energy. And we have here also Saturni. Interesting, the Saturn and Mercury energy. Interesting that we have Saturn and we have the devil there as well. And yeah, I was definitely feeling into that Mercury energy here with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is the air energy, and Mercury here is quite definitely associated with the more air qualities. So with the Gemini especially, I like to associate it with. So let's see what Mercury here. First of all, what is coming through as your person sees you as someone who likes to communicate a lot. They also see you as the type of person for whom anything is possible. So it feels like your energy is very transfixing and seductive. And also, you're someone who is very good at communicating. For example, when making different deals, contracts, and calls being executed, for example. Your person also sees you as someone who sometimes rushes into things or making big decisions, or gets caught in the mesmerizing energy of making big decisions and basically rushing and being in that like flow of energy here, as we had before with the Eight of Wands. So your person basically thinks here with the Mercury that it would be better for you to pay attention more to the precise words that are being spoken and written, because you might miss something and then have to suffer for it. So they definitely want to, they want to help you, but they also see like it's not in your nature to really do things like that, but they don't want to see you suffer, so they want to sort of, be there as your ally in some manner. So yeah, they see you as someone who has very clear words, also with Queen of Swords here, who is very clear-minded, and also someone who is expressing themselves very, very honestly. Okay, you're also someone who is very, very witty and quick-minded here, quite swift. Mercury is related to the god Hermes, so that's basically a messenger of the gods. And the Hermes god is seen as quite witty, quick. Hermes can also be seen in all things winged and swift. Okay, so that's also how your person might be perceiving you here with Mercury. Another thing with Mercury is that Mercury reigns over all forms of communication. So I feel like your person sees you as someone who is overall a very good writer, someone who is very good at learning and also teaching. Okay, so they see a pen as something that is like your excellence. The pen, the written word or the spoken word is your excellence from this person's perspective of you. All right, so let's now focus on Saturn here. So with Saturn, what's coming through is structure, authority, and consequences. So Saturn is known as the great ruler here, which is interesting because we had like the opposite energy of this previously. So what might be here is that you have a lot of like that determination of Saturn, even though you don't have like the structure of Saturn, doing things routinely day after day after day, there is still like this very strong, mighty force. Almost like it's the ability to support yourself, or this ability to not let go of what it is that you value, such as Saturnian qualities of commitment, endurance, and steadiness. So commitment, endurance, steadiness, these are your qualities. These are the qualities that you possess, even though you might not possess structure. That is also a part of Saturn here. So yeah, what is very much coming through here is also that you are your own central authority. We also had this somewhere here. I don't know where exactly in the cards, some of them, maybe the self-determination there. We had that energy as well. Like you are your own guide, you are your own king, you are your own queen. So Saturn is also deeply related to time here and chronology. And it's linked to the Greek god Kronos and to the father time. So, your person does sometimes consider you to be maybe late or right on time. So it's going to be one or the other for all of you, or it's going to be even both for some of you. So your person might sometimes see you as a little bit of a loose cannon and someone who can't be on time, but sometimes they also see you as someone who is overly structured and is going to be even coming to appointments ahead of time. Okay, so that's basically what's coming through here. Very interesting energy, a little bit conflicting in terms of that structure, but overall it does make sense how it all falls together with that self-determination here. Okay, next we have Gaia's garden here, fruition, abundance, and reaping what you sow. So yeah, your person sees you as very abundant, someone who follows the life cycle. So Gaia cycles, the earth cycles. It feels like you really listen to the seasons that you are in. For example, when it's winter, you tend to be more reflective and sort of wind down, be more introspective. When it's summer, you go all out and work as hell. When it's spring, you know, you have fun, you enjoy yourself. When it's autumn, you reap the abundance of what you have done in spring, for example. So this is how your person sees you. They see you as someone who has your own sort of a routine going on, someone who is their own like boss lady or boss man. Then we have the Eagle King talking about the boss man. The big picture, angelic help, yes. So you're someone who looks at the big picture in life from your person's perspective. You are a big picture thinker. They don't see you as someone who is like someone who would be able to focus on the details of things or be too analytical, like focus with miniature little details. You're someone who is more of an abstract thinker, someone who likes to think in terms of archetypes and symbols, abstract notions such as philosophies and things like that. So they see you more in that realm, someone who likes to get the bird's eye view of things and look at the forest but not the trees as much. You like to have other people look at the trees a bit more for you and you just focus on the big picture thinking. And also with angelic help, as said previously, you are someone who is very lucky from this person's perspective. Like you tend to have good luck or things just sort of work out for you, even if you are in like a tight spot sometimes, you know, with something not going as good for you or, you know, time not playing a good role for you or something being wrong in any other way, you know, you sort of always come out on top in a very nice manner. And your person is like, wow, how did they do that, you know, what type of magic did they do to make that happen? All right, so wow. I just saw this card and I was like, wow, okay, soulmate is coming through. So your person here thinks that you two are soulmates. I'm just going to leave this here. For those of you who need a confirmation, they think you're soulmates. They see you as a divine counterpart. Truth be told, with the owl, so they see you as someone who is very wise, someone who is very committed, also someone who is very committed to their own partners. They see you as someone who is committed in a relationship and also very honest. I already said that here with the Queen of Swords and it came through before as well. So very honest person. They see you as someone who is not really going to tell lies, someone who is not really going to manipulate. If they were to ask you about something, you would tell them the straight, God, honest truth here. And we have co-create. With co-create and again the owl here and the cheetah. So I'm getting like you're very wise, definitely wise beyond your age is what's coming through. You're someone who has very deep knowledge about the universe. You know, you're someone who really gets things. Even if you're super young, you do get things. You have really strong understanding of how things work in a more abstract level. Also, you're very quick-witted, very quick-minded, and your person just likes to co-create with you. Like whenever they're in contact with you, they just love what comes through your conversations. They love who they are with you. They like to co-create existence with you. They like to co-create conversations with you. They like to just work with you or interact with you in any way in this physical life. Okay, so your person really enjoys you. Even though you two might be a little bit different, your person really enjoys you here with this co-create energy. Okay, lastly, here we have two more cards to look at. And these two are from the Arcana of Astrology, and they are the sixth house here, and another one is the Leo card. Okay, so with the sixth house being here, this one is about work and being oriented about work, sort of hobbies and help. So this one is about just, it feels like you're the type of person who likes to work, who likes to do what it is that you do, who likes to sort of have that grind going on. But again, you know, when you feel like that is the time to do the grind. You're someone who is very confident as well with these two cards coming through. The sixth house is ruled by Virgo and Mercury again. So we have that Mercury repeating itself here. I feel like, yeah, your person sees you as someone who likes to write to-do lists or have like a workout every now and then. They see you as someone who likes to work out or do fitness or go to the gym or things like that. You know, you take good care of your health. I'm hearing supplements for some of you. So some of you, you are very much into superfoods or supplements or sort of like drinking, I don't know, green smoothies, for example, things like that. Your person sees you as very healthy, or at least someone who is definitely focused on their health here. Another thing that's coming through is, again, confidence. What else? Yeah, focus on the work. Work seems to be very important to you. You're very determined by nature here as well with this card coming through for you. Next, now, and lastly, we have the beautiful Leo energy. So Leo, the lion energy represented. So your person here, how do they see you? They see you as someone who has leadership qualities. So someone who is a good leader, someone who is courageous, someone who is honest, someone who likes to work in a positive mindset or in a positive environment. Someone who likes to receive those words of affirmation, definitely with Leo here. You know, Leo likes to strut around. Leo also likes to express creative energy, confidence, and determination, which is again just a confirmation of what we have had so far here. Next, we have this energy of just strong creativity, strong passion. So you're a very strong creative person. I feel like your person sees you as someone who has a lot of life force energy, someone who is again very confident, determined, and has leadership qualities. They also see you as someone who likes to be in the spotlight every now and then when you have earned it. So they are saying that you should be proud of that. Like, you should be proud of everything that you have earned. And if you are ever in a spotlight for it, you should be proud of that. So I feel like your person is very proud of everything that you have achieved here with Leo. What else? To know your worth. Like, your person really thinks very, very highly of you, to be honest. And they like to almost play a supportive role in your life and have you to be their star. You know, they like to support you. They like to be there to help you. They like to take care of the trees while you can like focus on the garden there. Yeah. Yeah, and they feel like you express natural leadership skills and have like a certain self-assurance about yourself here. But also that you're not overly prideful. Like, sometimes over some things you can be a little bit too prideful or a bit more ego focused, but you're not too much. You have a good balance of the other energies in your system there as well. Alrighty, so that's all I have for you, beautiful group number 3. Thank you so much for connecting, for sharing your energy. This has been very fun to read for you. This has been just a roller coaster of interesting things going on. Hopefully it resonated. Hopefully it gave you clarity and you have enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you are interested in booking personal tarot readings with me, all the information about that can be found in the description box below this video. Sending you so much love, so much light, and looking forward to connecting with you soon in another video. Bye. Mwah.